The aftermath of a Trump loss, potential scenarios and implications. The potential for Donald Trump to lose in a major election has remained a contentious topic, with implications that could ripple through American politics, media, and even social movements. Here are some key areas that could be affected and how they might evolve in the wake of a Trump loss. 1. Political landscape and party realignment. Republican Party. A Trump loss might force the Republican Party to re-evaluate its platform and leadership. Some factions may push to distance themselves from Trump's influence, while others might double down on his brand of populism. This could lead to infighting or even a splintering of the party into more defined factions, such as traditional conservatives and Trump Republicans. Democratic strategy. A Trump defeat might prompt the Democratic Party to reassess how to unify its diverse coalition of moderates and progressives. They may seek to capitalize on any weaknesses exposed in the Republican platform, but will also need to address issues that resonate with disaffected voters who were attracted to Trump's populist message. 2. Media and information landscape. News media. A Trump loss could shift media dynamics as major outlets, many of which have benefited from heightened viewership during the Trump era, recalibrate their coverage. Conservative media may intensify their rhetoric or move in new directions to retain viewers, while liberal-leaning outlets may emphasize accountability for the incoming administration. Social media and misinformation. Platforms might see an uptick in misinformation and conspiracy theories from Trump supporters or related groups, depending on how the election results are framed and contested. Social media companies may face renewed calls for stricter content moderation, especially if they're accused of influencing election outcomes. 3. Public sentiment and social movements. Populist movements. A Trump loss may not diminish the fervor of his base, as many supporters view him as a movement rather than just a candidate. This could lead to a proliferation of right-wing populist movements that champion Trumpian ideologies, with local politicians adopting similar stances. Protests and unrest. Depending on how the loss is perceived, particularly if allegations of unfairness or fraud emerge, there could be significant public demonstrations or even unrest. Conversely, some may rally in celebration, seeing it as a return to political normalcy. 4. Long-term impact on U.S. democracy. Election integrity and trust in institutions. If Trump and his supporters question the legitimacy of the election, it could erode public trust in democratic processes. This skepticism might lead to further polarization and legislative action on election laws, potentially reshaping how future elections are conducted and secured. Political polarization. The aftermath of a Trump loss may deepen existing divides, as each side interprets the loss as either a victory or a setback for their vision of America. Efforts to bridge the partisan gap will require thoughtful leadership from both sides to avoid escalating tensions. 5. International relations and global perceptions. Alliances and foreign policy. The international community may react differently based on their views of Trump's policies. Allies may look for signs of stability in U.S. diplomacy, while adversaries may seek to exploit any perceived vulnerabilities during the transition. Global populist movements. Trump's loss might impact populist movements abroad, either emboldening opposition groups in other countries or sparking a reassessment among global populists who see Trump as a figurehead. Conclusion. The aftermath of a Trump loss could mark a defining moment in modern American history, with lasting consequences for domestic and global politics. The full impact would depend on how leaders, institutions, and the public respond, making it essential to approach the scenario with an awareness of its potential complexities and opportunities for growth and unity.